The Parkin Archeological State Park contains one of the largest Native American villages in eastern Arkansas. Strategically located at the junction of the St. Francis and Tyronza rivers, the village had served as the location of the Mississippi Valley chiefdom between 900 and 1540 AD. The focal point of the 17-acre state park is a 23-foot mound that stands out as the home of all the village's chiefs, towering over the rest of the site. Despite centuries of weather and soil erosion, the large mound still remains visible at the state park, unlike the smaller mounds that had once been home to other high-ranking members of the village. The mainly man-made moat surrounding the village is also still relatively intact, but the palisade and bastions that had once surrounded it did not last long after the tribe's disappearance. Artifacts and accounts of the village suggest the Parkin site was at one point heavily defended, featuring water on each side and numerous archer slots in the village walls to fend off attack. The Parkin Archeological Site is generally accepted as the home of the Caskie tribe and was a stop along Spanish explorer Hernando de Soto's expedition. De Soto and his men had landed in present-day Florida in 1539 and traveled throughout the southeast in search of silver and gold and to claim explored land on Spain's behalf. After 2 years of exploration, Hernando de Soto's expedition crossed paths with the Caskie tribe in Parkin. This encounter allowed for the lives and culture of Mississippian natives to be recorded, unlike the majority of Mississippi Valley tribes, whose culture died out along with the tribe due to the lack of written history and recordings in nearly all Native American settlements. In 1541, Hernando de Soto and his men documented the encounters between the Spanish and Caskie as friendly, dissimilar to the expedition crew's previous encounters with other tribes throughout the southeast. The Caskie tribe had even welcomed De Soto's expedition with gifts and delicacies. As a result of their friendly dialogue and relations, the Caskie tribe allowed De Soto to hoist a large wooden cross on top of the mound. According to De Soto's expedition records, the tribe pleaded with the Spaniards to ask their god for rain in that time of drought, and the day after the cross was erected, the rain fell. Chunks of carved cypress wood excavated and on display at the Parkin Archeological Site are believed to be artifacts from the cross Hernando de Soto's expedition crew put up. The Spanish expedition also recorded De Soto bringing the leaders of the Caskie tribe and the rivals, the Bacaha tribe, together for peace discussions, although peace was never met. Hernando de Soto's records are the only documented accounts of the Caskie tribe, leaving the events and disappearance of the Caskie following the time after De Soto and his crew left unknown. The Caskie site remained largely undisturbed until the 20th century and the emergence of the timber industry in the Parkin region due to a combination of the region's dense forest and the depletion of timberlands in the north. In 1904, Ohio natives S.W. Sterling and Henry Caldron formed the Northern Ohio Cooperage and Lumber Company and opened a mill on the site. The two-story sawmill also featured a stave mill for wood processing and a cotton gin. With an influx of jobs in the area as a result of the timber boom, the land at the present-day Parkin Archeological State Park became a community revolving around the sawmill, with housing and a school being constructed on the site. The Northern Ohio Company provided the few jobs outside of the agricultural industry in the region and quickly became a predominantly African American community, although the housing provided by the company remained segregated. The Northern Ohio School was opened on the land of the former village for the children of the company's sawmill workers. Despite only consisting of a single room, a common trend for schools in the region at the time, the Northern Ohio School educated 1st through 8th grade students until the Parkin School consolidation of 1948, when the Northern Ohio School students were transferred to the recently constructed Central Elementary School. Succeeding Parkin's consolidation, the Northern Ohio School briefly served as a barn until it was purchased by a couple and turned into a place of residence, as it remained until the property was purchased by the Archeological Conservancy and Arkansas State Parks. Following the Northern Ohio Company going out of business, the site served as a residential area until the Parkin Mound was acquired in 1965 and was registered in the National Register of Historic Places in 1966. The Parkin Archeological State Park was developed in the 1990s, undergoing many renovations and the construction of their visitor center, becoming the state park it is today.